Why, hello there everybody. New Year's content. Let's keep it going strong. So last year, I made this same video for 2017, the best and worst hair products out of the collection that I've been using in the past year. I guess this is kind of like a hair products reward kind of thing, like what's gonna get BluMaan seal of approval? We'll find out. So I've got a lot of products in this year's lineup. I've got 15 products altogether, and we've got 3 categories: the worst, in the middle, and the best. And these 15 products are categorized into one of these 3 categories. With that said, welcome to Hairstyling into 2018. And in case you guys are wondering what's in my hair for today's video, it's actually Chaptr's Styling Cream. This product has actually blown me away with how great it is. This is in the winning category, and we'll talk more about this when we get to that category. But yeah, that's what I've got in my hair today. With that said, let's jump into this video. So we're gonna start out with the worst, work our way up to the best. For the worst category, I don't have too many. I actually only have 2 main products that I'm gonna talk about that I'm not a big fan of, and I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now. I've got Patrick's M3. I'm not putting this in the worst category. This kind of doesn't really have a category, which is why I wanna mention it. I've made a full review of Patrick's M3. It's as far as I'm aware, the world's most expensive men's hair product on the market. And to me, the price doesn't justify the performance, in my opinion. That said, I'm not saying it's a terrible product. If you want to know more about this, check out the review that I've done for it. And that's all I'm gonna say. I wanted to include it because of how expensive it is, but I am not putting this in any specific category. I'm not saying this is the worst. That's all I'm saying about Patrick. But in the worst for 2018, I've got these 2 products right here. So let's go ahead and start out with Black Label's Craft Clay. So I can tell that this has been created to fit into the stronghold heavy clay market. It's a heavy scoop out. You can feel the density. It's a heavy clay. So it's meant to compete with other things like Cavalier, Hans de Foucault Claymation, stuff like that. When it comes to scent is completely fine. When it comes to the color, I actually really do like the color of this product. I think that it looks quite cool. It looks ashy, a little bit volcano-y. But take a look at how this feels in your hand. I'm gonna show this to you in the close-up. It feels very much like a Play-Doh substance. You can roll it around in your fingers without it breaking down. And even when I spread it across my hand, I can roll it back together and there's no residue left over on my hand. Now I think that's more of just an interesting quirk rather than a real negative, but it does make the breakdown process a little bit harder, but that's not the main reason why this is in the lowest category. To me, I'm simply not getting as much hold out of this product as I am other traditional clays, such as Cavalier clay, Hans de Foucault Claymation, Baxter's of California clay pomade. Those are all traditional clays that have a high hold. Compared to this, in my opinion, this just doesn't keep my hair up as well as those products do. And therefore, for me, I'm not gonna ever go to it. And then we've got Carter Supply Company, New York. This is Flux Strong Matte Wax. These guys have been on the scene for a little while now, and I can't vouch for their whole line. This is the only product I've tried from them, and to me, so it says it's a strong matte wax. Everything that I get from this is just a little underwhelming. It feels like a very standard, basic hair wax, and perhaps that's exactly what they were going for. There's just nothing unique, nothing special about this that would make me want to go towards this product versus another product out there. Absolutely no scent, which again, their entire line, as far as I'm aware, has no scent, so that's another choice they've done on purpose. For me, I like products with scent. I like stuff that smells nice. So that's more of a personal negative, but when it comes to the actual styling performance, not that amazing in my opinion. So yeah, out of everything that I've been using this year, those are the 2 that I think are the least strong in my opinion. And now let's move on to the middle category. All of these are great products. Just because they're in the middle category doesn't mean they're like up in the air. They're really good, but I'll explain why, they're in the middle. First up, another product I've never shown you guys is this right here, V76 Styling Cream medium hold. So it claims to be a medium hold. I would say that this is actually a light hold. Maybe a light medium, but probably more on the light side. When you squeeze it out and break it down, it feels exactly like a moisturizer or sun cream, so it's that light. And personally, I wouldn't use this as a finishing product, but I find this to be a really good pre-styler for those of you guys who need a little bit of control and especially help with frizz. If you've got some poofy hair, if you've got frizzy bits, this stuff will tame that during the blow drying process. So for that reason, this is a great product, and that is the only thing that I would use this product for, as part of my pre-styling process to add a little bit of control and a little bit of frizz reduction. To me, definitely not a medium hold product though. And then I've got this right here, which is probably the biggest bottle of mousse I've ever owned or ever even seen. I'm not sure how well this comes across. It's big though. Put simply, for those of you guys who like mousse, who use hair mousse, this is a great hair mousse. The reason why it's in the middle category is because I personally do not use mousse that often because I don't find it as beneficial for my hair as using like Original by BluMaan. But for you mousse lovers out there, then I think that you're really gonna like this. Silhouette by Schwarzkopf. I'll never know how to say that. But it's interesting, when you get it in your hands, it feels really spongy. And that sponginess, that kind of bounciness that it feels in your hands really translates to a bounce effect in your hair. I feel like I get a good amount of volume out of this stuff and my hair just feels bouncy and poofy after I finish blow drying. If I've used this mousse. Price-wise, it's kind of in the middle. It's not the cheapest mousse you can get, but it's also not crazy expensive. For any of these products that I can find online, I'll be posting it in the description down below. Next thing that I got for you is the cheapest item on this entire list, and that is this right here in the most tacky packaging I've ever seen. This is Got2Be Made4Mess. So I actually featured this in my worst hair products video, and I simply picked it up because of the packaging. I was like, anything that's in this is not gonna be good. But I was actually proven wrong, and it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And for the price, for any of you guys on a serious budget, I think this goes for like $2 or $3. On Amazon in the UK, they're selling these in packs. You can buy 6 of these for 18 pounds, and that breaks down to 3 pounds per tub. And each tub has 100 milliliters. In other words, you're getting a ton of product for 18 pounds. It's extremely creamy to scoop out, and I thought it wasn't gonna have any hold, but I put it into my hair. It goes in really easy, and then it starts to firm up, and it actually has a really decent hold. I was in Bali last year sometime, and this was actually my go-to product in Bali because of how easy it is to use. So easy to scoop out, put it in my hair, and then that's all I had to do. So for the price, pretty good. Next up, I'm bringing you guys a home-brewed product right here. Have you featured any of the home brews? Or is this the first? This is the first. So this is by a homebrew company called Flagship, and this is the Dead Sea Clay. Now, as a hair clay, it's actually excellent. It gives a ton of hold. It gives a tremendous amount of texture. That hold is just going all day long. But the reason why it's in the middle category is because it's not the easiest to wash off your hands. And for me, it takes a couple of shampoos to get out of my hair. It's definitely not a water-soluble product. It's not as hard to wash out as some like crazy oil-based pomades, but it's definitely not as easy to wash out as you know, a typical water-based product. If you're fine with that and it doesn't bother you, then this is an excellent clay. Scooping it out, it feels like it's sand, actually. It feels like wet sand. It's a really cool consistency. It's gritty, but you can't see it when you put it in your hair. Definitely a unique clay that is worth checking out if you don't mind the fact that it's a little bit difficult to remove. And for our final product in the middle category, American Crew Boost Powder. So in last year's version, the 2017 version of this video, I actually put American Crew in the worst category. But I did say I don't think all of their products are terrible, but the ones that I featured there, I didn't like. This, however, this is pretty decent. And again, the reason why this is in the middle category is because I don't personally use a lot of boost powders, a lot of texturizing powders, which is exactly what this is. But for those of you who find texturizing powders beneficial, American Crew's Boost Powder is a solid choice. I would say that texturizing powders are best for people with either thin hair up to normal hair. To use it, you just pat it around in your hair, and what you can expect is an increased amount of hold. It degreases your hair a little bit, kind of like a dry shampoo, but not to the same extent, and a long-lasting textured effect. This brings us to the final category, the best of the best. What is the best? What do I think deserves full 100% recognition and that I highly suggest? Let's talk about it. So in our own BluMaan line, we're currently working on shampoo and conditioner formulas, which means I've been trying a lot of shampoo and conditioners out there. I've pretty much tried every single one from the Kevin Murphy line. That's what I'm showing you guys here today. Now, specifically, I'm giving a shout out to Kevin Murphy's Young Again Wash and Young Again Rinse. But actually, I'm a fan of every one that I tried. I think that they have a great range of shampoos and conditioners. They all feel a little bit unique. They all feel different. They all even smell great. I don't think there's any of them that I didn't like the scent. And I tried the ones that weren't specifically like made for women. So really, I'm a fan of pretty much the entire Kevin Murphy line of shampoo and conditioners, the ones that I tried at least that aren't targeted specifically for ladies. But these are the two that I've used the most, which is Young Again Rinse, which is the conditioner, and Young Again Wash, which is the shampoo. So if you want a nice shampoo and conditioner experience, these two are the ones I've been using a lot. Now this next product I think is fantastic. And this just so happens to be Chaptr Styling Cream by Jordan O'Brien from the Gentleman's Cove and Carlos Roberto. Yeah, that's his channel name as well. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Chaptr is a product that they've been working on for absolute ages. I know that there's been a problem with the production, but it seems like it's finally here because it's live on their website, so I'm assuming that you can order. And to put it simply, I'm just kind of jealous of what they've come up with because this styling cream is a fantastic product. Everything from the scent itself as well. To me, I mean, scent is of course subjective, but this is one of the best smelling hair products that I've ever smelled. I just really like the scent. It's citrusy and a little bit spicy, and it smells like there's some herbs in there. It's very complicated, yet very non-offensive at the same time. And I think what makes me like it even more is I don't normally gravitate towards styling creams. When I see something that says styling cream, I'm like, it's gonna be a lighter hold. I don't like light hold products. I like stuff that really holds my hair. And it even says that it's a pliable natural hold. Here's the thing, in my opinion, I feel like Jordan and Carlos are being a little bit humble in terms of the hold. I actually think that this is a high hold product. I don't think that this is a natural hold. Maybe if you use a tiny amount, you'll get a natural hold, but I get plenty of hold from this product. And like I said at the beginning of the video, it's what I've used in my hair today, and I'm very happy with the result. It's completely matte finish, which from experience is actually not very easy to do in a hair product. It goes in easily, but it still has a hold that just lasts. All I gotta say is Jordan and Carlos from Chaptr have done an amazing job with this product. I hope that they can keep it around because I know that there's sometimes issues with manufacturing. But if you guys have the chance, highly suggest checking Chaptr's styling cream out. Next up, and in the interest of not making this video too long, I'm gonna kind of speed through it, but this is Neutrogena's Shampoo Anti-Residue Formula. This is specifically designed to just get buildup out of your hair. If you have product buildup, this is a clarifying shampoo that just gets rid of everything. It gets all the gunk out. This is definitely not a shampoo to use as your normal shampoo. This is something I would use once a week maybe because it does have strong sulfates in it, and it purposely has those in order to take everything out. So great shampoo to use at the most once a week just to clean everything out. But that said, my stance on sulfates is not as big of a deal as some of you guys think. I don't think sulfates are the end of the world. Kind of depends on your hair. If you have naturally damaged hair, then sure, avoid sulfates. If you have normal to healthy hair, it's really not that big of a deal in my opinion. If you've got the option to buy non-sulfate, sure, go for it. But if you don't, it's not that big of a deal. Next up, these last three actually are all home brewed products, and this one is Nostalgic's water-based pomade. I'll be completely honest with you guys, the main reason why this is in the best category is because of the scent. You see what that scent's called right there? You see that? Fruit Scoops. And where did they get the inspiration from? Fruit Loops cereal. And let me tell you guys, I don't know how they did this, but this smells 100%, okay? 100 out of 100% identical to Fruit Loop cereal. I don't know what kind of magic they worked into this to make this smell absolutely identical to Fruit Loops, but that in itself has kind of blown me away, and I think it deserves props for that simple reason. I can't get Fruit Loops that easily here in the UK, so when I smell this, it brings me straight back home. It reminds me of, it's like I'm eating a bowl of Fruit Loops. I can't even explain how identical this smells. And when it comes to performance, it's a solid water-based pomade. So you can expect a little bit of shine, you can expect those sleek hairstyles, but yeah, it's the scent that I really love about this. For our final two, we have two products that actually, to me, perform very similar to each other, and that is Anchor's Courage Clay and O'Dowd's Matte Paste. One of them's a clay, one of them's a paste, but they both have a super soft, creamy breakdown. They both apply fairly easily, and they both harden up in your hair to give you a good, solid hold. As the name suggests, this one feels a little bit more like a clay, and this one feels a little bit more like a paste, but at the end of the day, I'm getting very similar hairstyles, and they are hairstyles that I really like. In the past couple months, I've had Courage Clay in my rotation of products I use because it's just a solid product. It's one I've been going to a lot lately. So definitely recommend checking out O'Dowd's Matte Paste and Anchor's Courage Clay. I already know that this video is probably pretty long, so I'm gonna stop this right here. Thank you guys for watching. Anything you need is in the description down below, and I'll be seeing everybody next time.